Part 2. An Introduction of Program Standard, Medical and Health Sciences, 2025.
Introduction of Program Standard, MHS 2025. Right? This is the book, this is the color. You don't download the wrong version. Okay. Because you might be using the different versions. Okay. The key features, I think you look at that for harmonization. I think that is a key. Okay. If you compare the version 1 and 2 and you combine them, there's not much changes except new elements. Right? In terms of graduating unit, more or less it will be the same. Okay. In terms of the requirement in facilities, more or less the same. But the highlight is program education objective. It's very clear. Program learning outcomes now aligned. Okay. Those time you got 8, 7, 14, 17, 18, etc. And the body of knowledge. Okay. Because you have version 1, senarai nama khusus. Version 2, body of knowledge. Okay. Body of knowledge and nama khusus are two different things, ladies and gentlemen. So you have to be very careful. Later on, I'll discuss a little bit. The need to integrate value-based education, because whatever standard, we have to comply with the Malaysia Qualification Framework. So a good or we call updated standard have to take into consideration the need for Malaysia Qualification Framework, because dia di atas kita, dia macam something on our head. It is the grandfather, okay, that we have to follow. Right? Education for sustainable development, artificial intelligence, whether you like it, entrepreneurial mindset. This is in Malaysia Higher Education Blueprint punya keperluan. Remember, we want to produce humanity-centric, entrepreneurial, adaptive learners. So those are the 5 words of the student that you produce in the next 2-3 years. So they must have entrepreneurial mindset. They must know artificial intelligence. And they must be work together. They must have the interprofessional education. They must know what doctors are doing. How can we solve a case together with doctor, etc. So this were emphasized in the respective section of the document. And of course, we propose the need for flexibility. That is why the structure we put in are the numbers of credit hours to cover body of knowledge. So the rest you fill up with things that which will ensure the viability and sustainability of your program or of your institution, right? Because we need to make sure we meet the need and the mobility of the students, right? We allow you to offer even part-time in future, maybe on some courses can be on MOOC, some courses maybe on ODL, certain selected fields. The guidelines will come out from Majlis very fast, and the Majlis is one of the most accommodative Majlis because the Majlis is facing what they call people from different fields. All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, kita nak mula masuk okay, to explain to you. It serves as a guide in designing and offering academic program pertaining to the field of medical and health sciences in Malaysia at tertiary level. Itu tujuan dia. Okay. The second sentence very important. The program standard takes into consideration the need to provide flexibility to you to exercise innovation in offering academic program to meet the current and future needs, okay, in medical health science education training based on different modes of study. So you can have conventional, blended of conventional plus IT ataupun online. You can have jarak jauh as well. You have terbuka. You can have separuh masa. You can have part-time. You can have coursework. You can have mixed mode. You can have research. All right. So those are the things that already stated. Okay. So there is no question whether I can offer this or not. The next question is whether the program sufficiently cover the body of knowledge or not to produce the people we want. So basically, there is a question you should ask. Right, so I hope this is clear. And those taken in the boxes here are taken from website of KPT or NQA on the pekeliling, the kompilasi dasar-dasar policy for the benefit to remind you. Right. So how to use this standard? The standard must be used and read together with COPPA. Okay. the program standard only further describes those not clear in COPPA. Ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, the standard must be read together with COPPA. This standard further describes the supplemental and discipline-specific requirements in addition to the standard in COPPA. So COPPA ada 98 standard. If you want to to get provisional accreditation, you have to follow 47 standard. If you want to get final accreditation, you have to comply 97 standard. If you want to do a monitoring assessment untuk the second cycle, then you have to follow all the 98 standards of the COPPA, right? So we further describe those are not clear in COPPA for you, right? Basically, this is how we write the standard, right? We don't want to end up with another copy of COPPA, but it's already a COPPA and a further description of what is needed on top of COPPA. So ladies and gentlemen, this is very important, or else you will be reading only the standard without you forget COPPA. When we do accreditation, the document is COPPA number 1, program standard number 2. So when you design your program, COPPA number 1, program standard number 2. All right. So that will be, and of course, other documents number 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So the word is greater HEP's anatomy and therefore accountability. We give the anatomy to design, but you are accountable for your design. You have to explain why I designed this. If you cannot comply, write to Majlis why you cannot comply. As I told you, Majlis is very adaptive, okay, to the need of various stakeholders, because we come from different suku kaum berbeza, but sit under the family Rumah Panjang Allied Health. All right. So basically, this is about the yellow one is very important. Okay, right? So I just give you previous established standard, but further defined. Those are the 16. In previous established program standard psychology, kita pindah rumah dia, because now clinical psychology is under Rumah Panjang Allied Health. Okay, they are not governed by the standard for psychology. So new program standard, we further prescribe dental technology, which were not previously, which is not those 3 things which were not three of them in prescribed ataupun described in the program standard. Okay, so you know we have new standards. They might be sini tak match, sana tak match. It's okay. We always open for suggestion and CQI. Right? There is a mindset. There is a philosophy in guiding all the HEP. All right. How to use this program standard? Already mentioned to you. Plus, all this you should follow MQL number 1, COPPA. Then we have the guideline of good practices. Several new ones. We have relevant act and standards, and also guidelines by Malaysia Allied Health Professional Council. I foresee those are the guidelines that will be given to us in future, so that to guide you along, hopefully. All right. Okay. Now we go to section A. So many of you do not read section A straight. You jump to section B and C, which is wrong. You have to understand the whole section A, because section A will be further described by each provision in section B for diploma, section C for degree, section D for master, etc. Okay, so therefore I intend to spend about 30 minutes for section A. Right, I hope you are okay. Okay, now section A, you see the way we write is according to the 7 areas in COPPA. Just to answer the question just now, or the statement that I put just now, we are further describing what is needed by COPPA, right? So COPPA has got 17 standard in section A, probably another 12 in section B, another 7 in section C, etc. So this is how we arrange in order for us to verify. Okay, all right. So how to interpret section A? As I mentioned, okay, so you must refer. HCP must refer to COPPA for standard 1.1.1 to 7.1.9, all 98 standard. And I put red here, additional requirements as stipulated in program standard for medical health sciences, right? So the 7 areas in COPPA is area 1 to 7. Okay. So the way we write program standard, section A is general program standard for medical and health sciences. Right? This is a general one after you understand COPPA. After you understand the purple one, you have to go to the green one. And then only you go to your specific program standard in your field. Right? So if you are running a physiotherapy degree, pergi section C. Tapi you mesti baca COPPA dan baca yang warna hijau tu, yang section A dulu. So if you read the other way around, you get confused. Right? So I think this is an important slide for you to understand how it works.